Hey, welcome to Sipper Social Club. I'm Jeremy. Today I have a couple Glendronach 12-year-olds here, a newer bottling from 2018 and the famous 2012 bottling. Now, if you know anything about Glendronach, you might know that the whiskey in this bottle is actually 18 years old. I'll let you know how that's possible when I nose these, taste them, and give them a mark. So, if you're unaware, Glendronach actually shut down production between 1996 and 2001. So, when they re-released the 12-year-old and the rest of the range in 2009, they actually didn't have any 12-year-old whiskey in the warehouse. They only had stuff prior to being shut down. So they were actually bottling 13, 14-year-old whiskey in the 12-year-old expression. Here's a chart that kind of outlines everything that I'm talking about. It was done by World of Whiskey. It shows the period of time from when they were shut down and how old the expressions will be when they were releasing them. So you can tell that in 2012, this bottling of the 12-year-old is actually 17 to 18 years old. So let's see if this is true. If this is true, we should be getting a much older whiskey with this one. Let's start with the newer bottling in 2018, which will be exactly 12-year-old whiskey. I've reviewed this one before, and I get into this actual age of Glendronach. You can check out the review here. I did the whole core range from the 12 to the 21. Let's just go quickly here on this new 12 on the nose. Lots of vibrant sherry notes coming off of this. The plums, the raisins. Really nice orange kind of note. A little bit of citrus. Dark chocolate. Yeah, really nice. Really good notes for sure. Let's go palate. Again, the raisins, the plums, the dark chocolate all carry over to the palate. The finish, I get that really interesting McDonald's apple pie note. I love that. But the oakiness and the bitterness just kind of stick out to me. And that's what kind of just dampens this score a little bit. I gave it 84 out of 100. I do really like this whiskey. You can find it for good value in a lot of different markets. It's a great entry-level 12-year-old sherry cask for sure. Let's go on to the 2012 bottling. So the way you know the year of the bottling is you spin it around, take a look at the laser coat on the back. It has the date there. All right, so this one, quickly on the nose. So right away you're getting a completely different nose. This has much more barrel char aspect to it, like some smoky toasted oak. Tobacco. There's lots of tobacco leaves, like an unlit cigar is what it kind of smells like. And leather. You get leather aspect to this. So right away, getting a completely different whiskey. There's still those sherry notes in here, the plums and the figs. But yeah, you're getting a more refined kind of sherry, I'd say. Whereas the newer bottling, those sherry notes are kind of popping out. They're more vibrant. This one, they're kind of more muted, more in the background, and those other aspects, the barrel influence seems like it's coming through a lot more. Really nice nose. Let's go palate. So you get the sherry, figs, plums, that orange note comes through in the finish. A little bit of chocolate, but again, lots of barrel char, like a barrel smoke, toasted oak. It's not the bitter aspect. That bitterness that I found in the newer 12, I don't get in this. More refined flavors. That bitterness is gone. Really, really good. I'm going to score this one 86.5 out of 100. So 2.5 point score increase from the newer bottling. I bought this one off a guy. He had just kind of the tail end of this, the heel. So I got off him for a good price. Really want to try it. I don't know what the auction world is like on these old Glendronach 12s. I don't think they're too much money. I'll post it here if I can find it what they go for an auction. But yeah, definitely worthwhile picking up. You like a 2012, 2013 bottling the 12-year-old, comparing it to the new one. Completely different whiskey. Let's compare these a little more head to head. So one distinct difference you can get just by the labels. If you take a look at the old 2012 bottling, it says matured in Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherry casks, whereas the newer 2018 bottling simply says matured in sherry casks. So they kind of dropped that from the label, even though I still believe that the 2018, the newer bottlings of the 12 are a combination of Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso. So that's one difference. Color. Big indication here is the color of these whiskeys. Glendronach does not artificially color, so you can get some information here. Take a look at the older 2012 bottling, definitely darker. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's 100% older whiskey. Could be a combination of a different percentage of first fill or second fill casks. But it does kind of support the theory that it would be older whiskey. I believe that the whiskey community is pretty much a foregone conclusion that these Glendronachs are older than their age statements. I don't think Glendronach has officially said anything. There could maybe be someone from the company that kind of confirmed this chart. But I think it's pretty much given knowledge that this is in fact true. So yeah, lots of good valued whiskeys out there. Unfortunately, the 12-year-olds all gone back to probably around 12 years old now because they have the distillate for the age statement. The 15-year-olds just currently re-released. So you would assume that those are all 15-year-old whiskeys now, where before they were much older. And this is the year to buy the 2019 18-year-old Allardyce, because this will be the oldest that will ever be bottled again. And then you figure probably next year, the year after that, they'll go back to actually 18-year-old whiskey. And then, yeah, 2023, 22 will be the year to buy the 21-year-old, because that will be the oldest that it will reach as well. Let me know what you think. Glendronach 12-year-old. It always was a good comparison to the Macallan 12, but I think Macallan 12 has gone up in price now. I think I've seen these for around $45 US, which is good value. You're not going to get a Macallan 12 for that price anymore. So yeah, let me know if this fits in with your all-time value 12-year-old Scotch whiskeys that are sherry matured. I think it's pretty good value. The LCBO has it for around $75-ish, which is not too bad considering their standards. So you have it. Let me know what you think. Check out my Glendronach Glendronach core range review. Did all of them from the 12 to the 21 if you haven't already. And yeah, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you like these older to younger comparisons of the same spirit, let me know. I got another one coming up pretty soon for you guys. This one will span 4 decades of the same whiskey. As always, guys, have a good one. Cheers.